Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by the McCoy Casino, Cork City, and in association with Sports Matters TV. It is myself, Jerry, calling on hosting duties tonight, and we're joined by the one and only, the icon, the legend, Phil Connolly. Matt Murphy is currently in a play right now in Cork, Philadelphia. I think the name of the play.
Philadelphia,
So
here I come.
yeah, Philadelphia, here I come. It's
Yeah.
Matt disappears from time to time, so he's in that player right now, and we wish him luck. He won't be here this Tuesday and next Tuesday, as he's doing a lot of filming at the moment. But Matt will be back towards the end of the month, guys. So do stay tuned for that. But yet again, we're going to talk things WWE, All Elite Wrestling, and a quick mention of all things Irish wrestling as well towards the end of the show. But we're going to wrap up everything within 25-30 minutes. So stay tuned. Fasten your seatbelts. Get your popcorn. Get your Iron Blue. Get your Sidona if you're from Ireland, or your Tanora. I drink Coke Zero these days. Phil drinks Coke Zero. Pepsi Max. A bit of everything. But look, here we go. So Phil, let's talk. First of all, WWE Hall of Fame. It's been announced Lex Luger has finally been announced into the the Hall of Fame of 2025. Now, I'm really happy, and I don't mean to sound really weird here, but I'm happy they've done it when he's alive and not 20 years when he's deceased. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lex is a young man. He'll be around for another 30 years, but sometimes they tend to do things 40 years from now. But Lex Luger, Hall of Fame, what's your thoughts on that, my man?
Yeah, the announcement was I knew it was coming soon, but I didn't think it would be this year. But the video would make the video was brilliant. The video was quite emotional.
It
With
is.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And to see him getting out of that wheelchair and then giving them all a hug and stuff like that. Really, really good. A nice touch, Cody Rhodes. Now I'm looking forward to it, and also as well, he wants Sting to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Sting back for that because I don't know if he's under contract for All Elite, but he might be on some sort of deal. But I know he's not on a talent deal because he's obviously retired. Um,
Yeah.
but
Is it a you know, like obviously we know he wants Sting to induct him, and I think that will happen. But do you think the reason Cody was there was because of obviously the history with Lex and his dad, you know, Dusty Rose?
yeah, it makes sense. I think the Lex won his first belt from defeating Dusty in 89, 90.
Yeah,
So I think it was probably the best they could do at that point.
yeah, yeah,
Makes perfect sense. And you know what? It's a long, 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 long time coming.
yeah,
But to see him at when we do get to the Hall of Fame, to get off that wheelchair and get up and have the speech is going to be something. I rarely look forward to Hall of Fame speeches because they're way too long, but he could probably speak for ages and I wouldn't care. It's
yeah.
just that kind of moment, I suppose.
He's changed his life around. Look, we know he had troubles in I suppose the early 90s and mid 90s. But Lex has definitely changed his way. He seems a very humble guy. He's well respected by the rosters and you know, past and present stars of WWE. But it's well overdue. I know Johnny Dwyer, Corkonian. Well, he's not a Cork. He says he's a Limerick man. We say he's a Cork man.
We'll
Johnny, I was
we'll
sorry.
debate this forever with him, yeah.
Jesus, he's going to report this video after saying that. But anyway, it's one of them things where Lex deserves it, and it's well overdue. And I'm glad they're doing it when he still has, you know, decent health, and he's on a mission to perhaps walk again via DDP and the DDP yoga.
Yeah. Yeah, agree. And also speaking of DDP, there's a push. There's been a push by a lot of people this year to create a new awards. Um, to DDP. Um, the fact that he's helped so many people, like it's kind of similar to the Warrior one, I suppose.
Yeah,
Where I think that's actually been scrapped. I don't think they do that anymore.
yeah.
Uh,
It's got a bit quiet, but you're right. You're right.
yeah,
DDP, like if people haven't already known this, like obviously he worked with Scott Hall.
yeah.
He's done incredible work with Scott Hall. Obviously, Jake the Snake Roberts. He's
X
working
Pac
with
as
one of
well. Yeah,
X-Pac, yeah, Butterbean. And obviously we know he's doing stuff right now with Lex Luger, and there's probably been more. Buff Bagwell's another guy. He's after reforming, and
yeah,
Buff seems to be on a really good path. But I think you're right. You were in that DDP show in Cork when he came to Cork, and
yeah.
let's be honest, Phil. When we attended that show, and bizarrely we didn't even know each other back then. It was like I felt like I could walk through a wall when I came out.
Yeah. It was actually probably the best inside the rope show. Uh,
Yeah, it was. It was for me as
been
well.
at,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
uh,
So
yeah.
yeah,
But no, it's just they've announced a few things today as well for the Hall of Fame. Well, two things. SmackDown won't be live on the last one before WrestleMania. I think they've
yeah,
done away with the Hall of Fame being so late because I think last year Hall of Fame was until after 5 a.m. our time, which was
yeah.
kind of ridiculous. So I think they're taping SmackDown and putting Hall of Fame on earlier. Um, so I think that's a good thing for fans, and I also think it's in a different arena than the actual arena. I think it's in an actual proper venue,
Yeah, it
uh,
is. Yeah,
and it's
in
well
Vegas.
deserved because there's people going in that are you want to hear what they have to say. Like Triple H, I know people will say it's very early, but the man deserves to be in there. Michelle McCool, and then they haven't announced it yet, but it looks like the natural disasters are going in as well.
Triple H is really putting things right. That's
Yeah.
one thing I will say. It seems right now the movement forward is incredible. We're seeing a lot of people being inducted into that Hall of Fame, and rightly so.
If he could just do
I
one thing right, he'd change the music. He needs to he needs to change the music.
Yeah, I'd be optimistic. This is a bold statement. I'd be optimistic that, given the way WWE is going right now, that we might get Owen Hart into the Hall of Fame in due course.
Yeah. I think hopefully it happens in Bret Hart's lifetime. That would be
Yeah,
pretty special for Bret, I'm assuming as well. So I think you're right. I think it's we're on the pathway to anybody could go in there, and it's a great thing because there's a lot of people not in there that deserve to be in there.
yeah, I agree. I agree. But that is all the Hall of Fame news right there. And congratulations to the total package: Lex Luger,
Yeah.
obviously Triple H, Michelle McCool, and many more to be announced in due course. But I'm looking forward to watching it live. I'm looking forward to the build up and paying our respects to the people that have given us a lifetime of memories and more. So yet again, we record the show, guys, on a Monday, and the show goes out every Tuesday. So we record at 8 o'clock on a Monday. The show goes out 24 hours exactly at 8 p.m. on a
Yeah,
Tuesday.
so if
So
something happens on Raw, we can't. We're not mind readers. Uh,
yeah, we're not, unfortunately, although we get a lot of stuff right. But obviously, look, CM Punk goes to war with Seth Rollins in a steel
yeah,
cage match at Madison Square Garden tonight. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee to battle the New Day. AJ Styles to call out Logan Paul. G Uso goes one-on-one with Grayson Waller. Obviously, we mentioned the Hall of Fame stuff as well. As we know, New Orleans is to host WrestleMania 42 as
yeah,
well on April 11th and April 12th, so Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, we know SmackDown LA Knight recaptures the United States title.
yeah. I didn't.
But
I didn't. I wasn't a fan of that at all. I thought that was what was the point
yeah,
of him winning it back? Just
yeah,
I don't know. I
it
don't. I
was.
think Shinsuke deserved better.
He did. He did. Always does and always will. But I think sometimes, you know what I mean? I think they look at ratings and they look at what they can do. But
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what does happen with him and LA Knight via WrestleMania. It looks like he's going in as champion, LA Knight.
yeah. It does look like it. It's weird to think we're still 6 weeks away. It's
Yeah.
really far out. Like.
Yeah, no, it's surreal. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try and I think there's a fall on the bank holiday on Monday. No, this year,
Yeah,
yeah.
thankfully it does. Yeah, this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I might try and stay up for both nights and we'll try and meet up for one of the nights. But obviously on SmackDown as well, Naomi admits to being Jade Cargill's
Yeah,
attacker.
that
Flair,
was very strange.
yeah.
I don't know. I found it very cool. If I was a child or a fan or a kid watching it, I'd be
Mm.
very like, cause she was crying and then she was kind of okay. Just felt. felt off. Maybe it's because she was
Yeah,
not a heel before and she's kind of new to the whole thing, but it just felt weird. I don't know. I just got a weird
yeah,
vibe. I think she should have just kicked her and knocked her and hit her. I just don't think there was a need for all this stuff she was
yeah,
saying.
I suppose.
Yeah,
But a bit of a swerve though, a bit of a swerve maybe with the whole Cena thing right now when the Cena return and stuff. Maybe they don't want to make it too kind of,
yeah,
heel turn, take the
yeah.
spotlight away. Even though it won't.
That's the thing.
Cena
Like,
is,
actually speaking of Cena, there, a lot of people are giving out because he's not been on the show since. Um,
yeah, he's trending. And what I will say about that is that, like, see all the new T-shirts they're making.
yeah.
It's probably one of the biggest heel turns of all time. It's definitely up there with Hogan's heel turn, perhaps, although
Well,
it's two different times.
they put out a top 30 heel turns today. Um,
Yeah,
and that was number one on their page. So
Cena was, yeah,
yeah, and then
yeah.
Hulk Hogan was two.
Yeah, so there you go.
So
It's overtaken.
yeah, the
It's
thing is, John
overtaken.
Cena will be back next week. He's on Raw
Yeah.
next Monday, and I think he's from Belgium. I think because we were talking before we came on air there that Raw's going to be live now from the UK at Netflix at a reasonable hour, so it'll be on at 8, half 7.
You're gonna watch it, obviously.
Well, we'll be doing the show, but we'll have it on as we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
that'll be good.
it's good, like, because
Maybe,
it's interesting because before when when they tape it, they still used to show it late.
yeah, yeah. No, it's good for us here in Europe to finally get a bit of justice.
Yeah.
All our nights staying up at 1 o'clock
Yeah.
till 4 or 5 a.m.
It's nice to get something
And
back for a change, yeah, for sure.
yeah, thank God, thank God. And obviously we quickly mentioned Charlotte Flair launched a brutal sneak attack on Tiffany Stratton as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll talk quickly, All Elite Wrestling. Look, there's been a
Yeah.
lot of stuff happening over there. It's been decent as of late, but look, give us a lowdown from All Elite there and your thoughts on the recent Tony Storm match.
Where that Tony Storm match was actually was you need to see it more than what I can say about it. It
Yeah,
was probably the most violent mainstream women's match I've ever seen.
yeah, makes
I've
sense.
watched wrestling for over 20 odd years, nearly 30 years. I've never seen a match from two women that was so violent with blood. Um, I don't know if it was planned to be like that, but it was very uncomfortable viewing at times.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was a bit mad, wasn't it?
well, Tony Storm looked even worse than Eddie did weirdly enough in the same arena with JBL um
Yeah,
19 years ago. No, 21 years ago. Um yeah, it's nuts. Anyone who's not seen the match needs to go watch the match. Um
yeah. It
Mariah
was a
May
bit insane,
had
wasn't
it.
it?
It was something. It was definitely something. To be fair, I kind of fell out with AEW and I kind of was humming and hawing about watching it. I was like, I'll give it a go. Um, and I watched majority of it, and I thought overall that was one of their best shows I'd in a long time. Besides
Yeah.
the main event, which I thought was crap, but besides
But
that,
the ratings are pretty decent at the moment, aren't they?
they're steady now at the moment. So that's
Yeah.
the main thing. Like, Tony Khan, yeah, he's just so stubborn. I read something recently about Tony Khan that kind of didn't shock me, but it does shock me the fact that they don't have production meetings um
Yeah, that's a
before
big thing, like, you
shows.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's almost they're going into the show just this is what we're doing. This is it. Like this is you need to sit down, have a chat, like go through this is what we want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just last night's show was a full on one, and I think if a new fan watched that show last night, they would have been mind blown. Properly. It
Yeah.
had everything. The cage match, the MGF match at the start. Yeah, it was just. So do you want to run down the card there quickly because we won't spend too much
Yeah,
time.
so the card itself was quite good. Obviously, it was in Los Angeles, California. We always like to mention stuff like that. But yet again, look, there was some mega matches. Obviously, Tony Storm defeated Maria May via pinfall. Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah.
Omega, obviously Omega defeated Takeshita
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
International Championship. Will Ospreay defeated Kyle Fletcher via pinfall. Steel cage match that was. John Moxley defeated Cope and Christian Cage by technical submission. That was for the All Elite World Championship. That was interesting. Obviously, I'm trying to think, Swerve Strickland defeated Ricochet.
That was
They've really
brilliant.
dropped.
That match.
Yeah, great match. But I think they were dropping the ball with Ricochet until that match. I think that kind of brings up the
Yeah,
stock
like
point that
even
match.
there now, like Ricochet, he again failed to win a big match. Swerve
Yeah.
won, so it's I don't know. I can't. I try to get my head around what do they do with Ricochet because I just think he's very good. It's just he's not the kind of heel, you know the way certain heels you want to just smack. He's not
Yeah.
that kind of heel. He tries to force you to hate him, and then he just becomes unlikable, and that's not a heel.
I would have sent it back to NXT. I would have let him win the NXT Championship.
Yeah, he needs something like that. Yeah, exactly.
You know,
But
because
he's getting paid big bucks.
yeah, mega bucks.
Yeah,
I heard he's on a 1.5 million contract or something.
yeah, like.
Which is a lot of money.
But in that match as well, Swerve wouldn't now fight Mox. So
Yeah,
Swerve, he's the most underrated talent. I suppose he's not really underrated because he is that good, but he kind of goes about this. He's had one of the best years I've seen in a long while. He's
yeah.
all his matches are quality. All his stuff is just.
You're a big fan. You've always said that actually about Swerve.
Yeah.
You've been
There's something
rooting for a
about him
while.
that just he just what's the word looking for? Oozes stare.
Yeah. He's unreal.
Yeah.
He's unreal, I must say. Obviously there was tag team matches, Phil. I could be here all day talking about them. There's an
Yeah.
8-man tag. I can name stuff here,
Yeah,
right? Like
these
I
are all
say,
on the pre-show, by the way. They're not on the actual show.
yeah,
So
so that Daniel Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom defeated Shane Taylor promoters. There's obviously Commander and Hologram. They defeated Lee Johnson and Blake Christian.
yeah,
The Big Boom AJ and the Colin Myration. Jesus, his name's here.
yeah,
They
I know
defeated
it's
John.
ridiculous. It's Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe. I just think
Yeah,
Orange Cassidy has fallen off a cliff. Um, because he was
he
in the main
might
event for a few months there.
he might go to NXT. He might go to
There's got
NXT.
to
But
be
look,
something there.
yeah, no, I'm all for a roster fulfilling like this. If you're a fan and you're seeing all these wrestlers, it's great, you know. But it's just jam packed. Hangman Page defeated MJF by pinfall. Like, where are they going with MJF? I don't know. Mercedes Monet defeated Mambo Wannabe by submission.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's
I mean,
pretty
it
much
was it was good. There was a point at the end of it where it looked like Monet got a kick in the face that was nasty. Like
Yeah,
it
she did. Yeah,
looked, yeah, it looked really, really bad. Like really bad at one point.
yeah. But she's kind of lost as well at the moment, and she. I think like
Well, I think she's going
everything's.
through something, yeah, at the moment. Yeah, I was talking to my brother the other day about this. Like, where's she going? Like, there's nobody coming up to fight her either. Like,
Yeah,
she's fighting all these random names. They're like drawing them out of a hat. Um, like she's fighting women that when you're watching a match, you go, okay, she's winning. She's not going to lose.
yeah,
Like, even though that girl is talented. And they're all talented. But why not build up, say, like Deonna Purrazzo to fight her? Like, what are they doing with Deonna? Like, why
no
did
one
you
knows.
sign? Like, I'd love to know why they signed her because there's no nothing with her. I
Yeah,
just love to know why.
they're truly they've definitely dropped the ball on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like we look at people they sign, like you know what I mean. We can mention 10 names off the top of our tongue, and like just no one knows what the fuck is going on. Sometimes, like you know what I mean. It's crazy that they don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
And you look at all these wrestlers like Ricochet joining. You know, you look at like MGF being the biggest star last year. Hangman Page is kind of like you know what I mean. He's up and down. Like there's no like obviously Moxley now is flying.
Yeah,
Obviously, like Will Ospreay,
yeah.
Brian May, Tony Storm has been pretty good, but like you look at everyone else, like obviously Swerve is doing decent, but
I know what
like
you mean though. It's almost like he has this little circle, and then everyone else is kind of filler.
yeah, but I'm looking at the roster. The roster is decent, but like, even the whole Edge team changed his name to Cole.
And that was
Jesus
his idea apparently.
Christ,
So, um,
fucking horrible! Like that's something that we're gonna be. We'll be at a Q&A in 2 years with Edge, and it's gonna be like, oh, I've got a question. Talk about that Coke name. Oh
yeah,
boy, here we go. That was
yeah,
a
yeah,
bad idea, and it's like
yeah,
everyone's like, we all agree.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Stupid, like fucking hell.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. Right, we're quickly going to mention, guys. Obviously, there's a number of Irish shows that have been announced. Obviously, today, OTT Wrestling announced that Scrappermania 9 will take place on May 3rd, Phil.
Yeah.
That is at the National Stadium, Dublin.
Always,
And
always a great time. That's one of the best nights of the year.
yeah, and there's the rumor mill is floating yet again. Expect some of the best indie stars on the planet, obviously the best Irish stars on the planet, and maybe some surprises. And also homecoming yet again, March 22nd at the Ambassador Dublin OTT in association with MCD Promotions. The lineup is incredible, guys, and do get your tickets now. I think they're very limited, and
Yeah.
I expect both these shows to be sold
Yeah.
definitely
Oh, yeah.
days, weeks.
Like this is also like a big deal because this is MC. This has been promoted by MC Productions, MCD Productions.
Yeah, no, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yet again, look, there's so much that we could talk about, but look, it's great to have everybody on the show. Do we have to say anything else, Phil, before we wrap it up? Is there anything else that we need to mention?
Just I suppose RCW in two weeks. Um,
Yeah,
29th. Usually it's a Friday, but it's actually a Saturday this time.
which is good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good night.
Yeah.
Um, have they announced anything recently for it? I don't think I've seen
They,
anything.
they haven't announced much just yet, but obviously that there's be announcements coming out in the next few days, definitely. So
I know
obviously
they
they're
announced that it was going to be an AI team show, right?
yeah, yeah,
So basically, they put their roster into the an AI, and this is what they came up with the matches.
yeah.
So that should be interesting. And also as well, they do have some new merch that will be on sale on the 29th.
We
Uh,
do. Some merch you can't beat
some new
merch, Matt
t-shirts
Murphy.
and stuff. They look really cool, actually. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, sure,
Matt likes his
good one.
merch.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be good to be back in the hot seats at RCW towards the end of the month. But that's another episode, guys. Matt Murphy will be back not next week, the week after. He's in yet again, he's in a film production right now called Philadelphia. But myself and Phil will keep you
Philadelphia, here I
company.
come. Yeah, it's in the
Yeah,
Cat Club. I think it starts next week. I think they're kicking off next week. Next, does he say Tuesday? I think it's
Tuesday, yeah.
I think it's Tuesday to Saturday. I think it's on.
Yeah. And
All week in the Cat Club.
Matt Murphy has a big fan base. So if anyone's out there, get your tickets to see Matt Murphy in a big production in Cork.
Yeah.
He's got a big fan base around Cork. So and again, that's it from us guys here at WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by the McCook Casino Cork City and in association with Sports Matters TV. We thank you as always for tuning our way, watching our show on YouTube, and supporting us for the last how many years is it, Phil? 5 years? Yeah.
Before COVID, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
6 years
we
nearly.
can
6 years, I think.
yeah. Fast approaching the sixth, and we're Ireland's longest running wrestling podcast yet again. We thank you for tuning our way, guys. We'll catch you very soon, and enjoy your week. Thank you very much.
Yeah, nice.